I had a few requests on bringing back the longer videos. I'm going to do a bit of a cook up and answer some questions. If you want me to do more of these, like obviously keep asking questions. I read all the comments, and yeah, I appreciate the comments. I like to know what you guys are into, what you guys are up to, and what you're actually like curious about. So yeah, ask away and I'll try to do my best to answer questions. Was planning on making this like a bit of an arrangement tutorial as well. So I might have already like named this video something to do with an arrangement, but I've had a lot of people asking about arrangement, so I'm going to make a beat and I'll go a bit more in depth about how I do that. What software do I use to record on? OBS. Yeah. I guess that beat was going to be too fire anyway, so I don't know what to say. Fingers crossed, and hopefully the set loads up as it was. No, I haven't done this, but what I'm going to do, I'm about to drop like a MIDI pack. Maybe I'll put like some percussive MIDI in there as well, because I found that really helps, especially when you like start producing a new genre that you haven't before. I'm thinking like probably like half the pack will be like MIDIs of like melody MIDIs, chords and stuff, and then the other half maybe I'll do like drums and like drum percussion, just stuff like that. So then it makes it really easy for people to just kind of throw it in there and they can learn or switch them up however they like it sounding. All right, let's see if this loads. First step of arrangement is kind of getting your beat to this point, which is like pretty normal for a lot of people. This is kind of just like a 4-bar loop or whatever. Just know if your beat's at this point, all we really need to do here, maybe a couple more layers on the drums and then a couple more layers for the like the melody, because like we've got something here that's pretty interesting, but if we can just expand on it or just like add some additional elements that will complement it, then we can extend this to make it something that's interesting over 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes, you know, without it being just like stale. That's what I'm going to do now. Just add some melodic elements, maybe resample it, something just to give it something new, and then add like an effect or two or like an open hat or something just to like create some variation throughout 16 bars, you know, just so we can stretch it out. And then I'll show you how I like arrange that. It's just about really going into depth and how far you want to take it, I guess, without really taking away from the main idea of what you've got there already. I don't really know how to make jerk beats, to be honest. I just kind of made this drum loop like off the top of my head of like what I've previously heard before. I'm not very good with Shaperbox, like I'm not super confident in it, but I just really surfed these presets, really tried to be patient listening back to these things. So I made 2 different automations on the melody bus, like the chords and the and the piano. So I've got, it turns on here and it turns on here. So what we've done is we've just duplicated our main melody that goes for 4 bars. We've turned it into an 8-bar loop, but I've just automated the ending of 2 of them. I've automated the ending of each of the 4-bar loops that are exactly the same, but I've just added a slight variation with the shaper box. One of them's like a pitch stop, and then in the second 4 bars, it's kind of just like it's like a stutter, a tape stutter or something. So pretty simple effects, but not something to overlook. Like, you obviously still have to listen and concentrate on what sounds are actually coming out of these plugins. If you got the patience to do that, then get the simple stuff right. It'll turn your idea into double idea. A little extra like variation to the drums, because the drums are obviously the same. It's just a mute. I just use this utility, so it just essentially turns the volume down and mutes it right at the end. A lot of ambient beats have this as well. Bro, that light is coming through. So adding all this variation will all add up to help you make your arrangement better, and it'll be easier to arrange. So now we've got our additional layers. I just picked something that complemented what was already there. I didn't overcomplicate it, just to add something new to the listener's ear, but it's not something that takes away from what's already there. So now I think it's time to structure out some drums. So I've sort of structured this out a little bit. You can see I've automated the intro. It's just volume, so it just rolls in. It starts off with the 808 in. For the first like 8 bars, I've got no automation on the melody, just to keep it really simple. And I also took out the open hat. Once it drops, we've just got like this kind of third melody layer, the bell. So it just makes the melody sound a little bit more full. And then we've got the open hat that comes in. Once again, it makes it more full. Then I just layered in these chops. So we're just going from element to element. I'm kind of feeling like here, so the drums are starting to get repetitive here. Like you can see, this is 16 bars of like the same thing. So I'll probably go in here. If we zoom right in, right at the end of this bar, maybe I'll have it like end on a snare. This is the snare here. So I'm just gonna go in and highlight. It might be easier if I switch to this. So if I go in and I highlight these sections just with the drums, hit 0, it's gonna hit that snare, and that'll be the end of this kind of section. You can see it does it over here, but the open hat and the 808 still plays. So if we just do that, it just like kind of, it lets the beat just kind of like breathe for a minute, takes away just all the weight of like that 808. Sometimes just listening to it constantly can just be fatiguing. Maybe for this next section, it just goes back to, I just take away an element. So I feel like this is where we sort of need to do something new to really break up what's happening. So I'm going to take out the open hat again, maybe for this whole 8 bars, do something here, maybe for this. So maybe the first sort of half of this, and we just muted that. What that will do is it just break it up. It's kind of like a little bit of a breakdown in the track. There's no drums playing, and we're just kind of letting whoever's listening to it kind of appreciate the melody again. Then it'll go back into the drums. We've got no open hat here. So it'll be like 2 bars of no drums. Then it will start back up again, and we've got no open hat. I've deactivated that. And then it comes back in. I could literally just grab this and duplicate. So we'll just bear in mind we've got all these automation as well. So we have to make sure we grab those, grab this automation. We've got a whole section here, and if we just hover over something, we can go down the bottom here. So it says 51 seconds this whole section goes for. So if we just duplicate that, then highlight the whole beat. It goes for 1:55. That's 2 minutes essentially. This was our original section. I feel like maybe we need to do one more move just to sort of break up these 2 bits from being like hella repetitive. We'll take out these drums here just for the start again, but we'll keep in like maybe the open hat and the 808 just so it's different. And I'm going to automate this utility again just so it sort of fades out. That's sort of it. Every 32 bars essentially, I just added this little open hat. Even just like subtle things like that will just make it feel new to the listener. It'll just remind them like this is the start of that section again. This is where it like repeats, because repetition's like good in music, but it's just about finding the balance of that without having it like boring, you know? The only real way I can explain this is just like playing back and listening to the whole beat instead of just like getting stuck listening to just like an 8-bar loop. If you can play your whole beat back, you'll understand it more from like a listener's perspective or an artist's perspective. If you want to make good beats, take the time to listen to your whole beat and decide when and where it's appropriate to change things up or whether you should just leave them. So yeah, and then I've just added this like chant. It just comes in like twice in the whole sort of hook section. So yeah, that's a whole beat. I'll put this beat up on my Patreon if you want to download it and sort of go through it yourself. It's available for all of my Patreon members, so go check that out. It's a great way to support the channel. My stash kit, a couple loop packs, other project files are up there as well, so go check that out and keep an eye out for that MIDI pack. It's dropping really soon in the next couple of days. Leave a comment if you want me to try and answer something. Who knows, I might make a whole video on it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.